Hello guys, welcome to another APT tutorial. My name is Mark Andrade. Thank you very much for joining up. Today I got a great tutorial for you guys. It's very basic, but at the same time it's also very helpful. Today's tutorial, it's camera related. Camera is a very powerful tool that's used to edit raw files before they enter Photoshop. If you have a Lightroom, it will work the same way. But if you don't have Lightroom, this is a great entry point for you guys. I'm going to show you how to edit this photo and turn it into this one, and I'm going to show you how to get there in a very simple and easy way. Okay, let's start. It's a nice landscape photograph, great exposure, everything's okay. It could be a bit brighter, but probably the sky wouldn't help in that case, since there's already some clipping over here. To show off the clipping, just click on the clipping warning over here, and you have this is the white clipping, this is the black clipping. As you can see, the black are represented in blue. In this case I don't have any, and the whites are in red. Let's just remove this now, I don't need it. This was a sunset. Okay, sunsets are not this blue. Let's fix this. First of all, you have some white balance options: auto, daylight, cloudy, and so on. But first of all, in the basic panel, let's push up and drag this temperature slider into a value that we're happy with. I'll be around here somewhat. Okay, see before and after. It makes a huge difference. Okay, but there's another issue with this photo. The magenta is just too strong. I mean, there are photographers that like a magenta sky. That's okay, the sky, but not the rest. For example, you see there's a lot of magenta in the sea, a lot of magenta in the grass, and so on. So I'm going to push up the slider back to -2. Yeah, more than enough. And I can see the before and after. Just clicking the P key in your keyboard or clicking over here. Before, after. Okay, lovely. So to fix that clipping over here, let's just show that again. You can use the sliders highlights and whites, but I'm going to show you a great technique in how to fix certain spots of your photograph. First of all, go and pick the adjustment brush. It's the K key in your keyboard, or just come over here, adjustment brush. I already have some settings from the previous edit. Reset these settings. Just click minus or plus signs. Click the minus. It doesn't matter if exposure, contrast, and so on. Let's click exposure and let's make a pass through our sky. As you can see, the clipping is almost gone. To fix that, let's push up the highlights, okay? And looks a lot better, but it's not done yet. Let's push the whites a bit lower, not too much. And let's add some clarity to the sky. Just give that pop in the sky and that push. If you wish, you can also bring up a bit more contrast. Don't overdo it because you have to do the rest of the photo. Okay, this done. Let's move to another one. Just click another tool. It's more than enough. Let's look at the rest. Okay, the sky looks real nice, but the rest not so much. I mean, this rock, it's a bit washed out. So I'm going to push this shadows up. It actually brought a lot more detail to the rocks. Maybe too much. Let's just lower this. It's more than enough. With this done, I can play with the red. Let's play with the highlights. I can push up a bit more since those up there are dragged down. And a bit of white just to give that small punch to my photograph, okay? And I can lower blacks. Just be careful when you're dragging this, because in some cases blacks can clip fast, or whites. That depends on your photo. In this case, the blacks would clip around here and around here, so I cannot push that much. It's almost done. It needs a few more tweaks over here and there. So I'm gonna push the clarity a bit, not too much. I don't want to bring this lovely HDR aspect. I mean, lovely. I really hate that aspect. Not the HDR. There are beautiful HDR out there, but not this one. So I'm going to push the vibrance. I love to see those colors pop. You could use saturation. Actually, saturates a lot. So you can play with both if you wish. Let's just play a bit more. Yeah. Oh, too much. Okay, more than enough. There are two aspects that are optional. That depends on the quality of your lens, in the type of photography you're doing. But in this case, could make a difference. Let's go over here where it says lens correction, and you have two options. Click the first one. Because this was a wide angle 1750, it created that barrel effect. So when I disable this, you see the original photo. Look at the difference now. So the photo got straightened up and a lot better. The second aspect, it's this one. You see this green and magenta line could be also blue or yellow. This is due to chromatic aberrations. Fortunately, Lightroom, Camera Raw, they can easily remove these just by clicking. And basically the editing part, it's done. Let's look at the difference. Before, after. I think the results speak for themselves. If you wish, you can always tweak a bit more your photograph by using the contrasts, and it was a bit too much, so let me give him a punch. You can also add some exposure, not too much. I'm gonna leave it that way. So let's see the difference. Before, after. Let's go for the final step. Let's save the image. This is very important for those that don't want to go to Photoshop just yet. Okay, you have a lot of options over here. These options can differ. That depends on the Camera Raw version you have, so don't worry. But the basics, it's here. Okay, you have the file naming. You can pick up the original file name, in this case document name, and I had the 2-digit serial number. You have the format, JPEG or TIFF. File extension, just a small note. Choose between JPEG or TIFF. PSD you can save or in DNG, but in this case, JPEG or TIFF, it's the final version. One thing that's very important when you save, it's the color space. sRGB. I mean, this is very important because if you pick another one like Adobe RGB or ProPhoto RGB, the color will be a bit strange when you preview in Windows or in Mac. I mean, in Mac you can get away with that, but in Windows you won't. So try to avoid it and put sRGB. It will be a lot easier. Afterwards, you have the resize to fit. This is an optional. And you have the sharp. You can choose a preset and you can choose amount of sharpness. Okay, you can leave in standard, it's more than enough. For me, what's more important is the file extension and the color space. Afterwards, that's up to you guys. Just click the save button and you're done. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please click that subscribe button. It just costs 1 second of your time. And don't forget to use the comment system to put up your questions, or if you have an issue with Camera Raw, I'll be more than happy to answer it. Okay, guys, see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed it.